All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Nerdthusiast Poker Podcast. Let's go over our sponsors real quick. You got to check them out. First one, nerd888.com. Go there. They are putting up new offers every month. So on the landing page, when you go there, you're going to find some awesome offers there this month. They have the, you sign up, you're going to get $20 for free. But if you make a deposit, they're going to match up to $1,500 now. Go to nerd888.com. Yeah, I know, $1,500 match bonus. Like, dude, it's like, where was that when I signed up for it? Seriously. So, yeah, go there, nerd888.com. Make a quick deposit. Double your money up through your match bonus. Get in there. That is for New Jersey, by the way. But you can, if you're in other states, other areas, they are opening up. And international, they do have stuff as well. So make sure you go check that out. Go down to our description in this video, and you will find out a little more information about that. Same thing if you're listening on the audio podcast. Go to the description. We have it in there. Our other sponsor, theslotsquad.com. Go there. We are up to 6 streamers now. We are streaming every night casino games. You can sign up for exclusive casino bonuses, some of the best match bonuses that are like literally in the industry right now. You can go to the website. You can watch a stream. We got a YouTube channel now. We're putting up videos there pretty much every single week, so you can check that out as well. So theslotsquad.com. Check them out. Again, in our description, we'll also have a link for that. So that's what we got for our sponsors, and we appreciate all of them. So make sure you check them out, okay? So the word of the world right now is like crypto, NFT. Like, if you don't know what this is, like, you're living, I think, you're either over the age of 60 or you just have been living under a rock, I guess, for the last 2 years.
I mean, I'll be perfectly honest. I still don't understand crypto and NFTs. I mean, shit. I don't really understand them either, but I missed out on Bitcoin when it first came out, so I'm trying not to miss out on this NFT thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we're going to talk about that first this time, right?
Yeah, so what we're going to talk about is that specifically WPT has jumped in. So if you don't know, like, basically Top Shots with the NBA was like the first kind of major thing to happen. And basically, here's the easiest way to put it. It's digitalized sport. It's more advanced than this, but just for the simplest ways to put it, it's basically digitalized sports cards. Okay, like that's basically, but they're encrypted. So like, remember back in the day, you would open up a pack and it was like the gold foil, like 1 of 35, right? Like, remember back in the day? It's basically that, but in a digital version. I mean, that's the simplest way I can kind of explain it, right?
Yep. So NFT, if you don't know, stands for a non-fungible token. The way it's described is it's a piece of digital art, and they've become extremely popular lately in the sports cards industry. So, like you described it, it's like a newer version of a trading card.
Yeah.
And I've kind of looked into some of these NFTs, especially from the basketball side, because like you said, Top Shot's one that was one of the first ones to come out, Premier. Some of the other things are those crypto punks and all these things. I mean, tens of thousands of dollars for some of these moments or some of these digital art forms.
Yeah.
One in particular that I wanted to kind of highlight, and I sent it to you the other day. The meme with the Disaster Girl. So if you haven't seen this, we'll probably pop it up on the screen. Disaster Girl. It's a picture of a young girl in front of a house fire, and she kind of gives this like devilish grin, and you kind of look at it like, damn, she just lit that house on fire. But it's kind of like a meme that's out there, kind of like the dog that's surrounded by fire, and like, this is nice, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, that girl actually sold her meme for $500,000.
Yes.
Well, $500,000 worth of crypto is what she got for it.
And so I didn't read the whole story, but I guess she sold the rights to the image is pretty much what she did. So that's what happens. These encrypted things is like basically the proof. It's like the original photo. They encrypt it. It is your like sound. It's like art. Like if you paint the first art picture, right? And then people make 30 copies of it. Well, obviously the original one is worth the most. So the same thing's kind of happening in the NFT world for these stuff. And WPT has jumped in. And you know what? Kudos to them, because they got in on this quick. Like a lot of the other sports industries haven't even got theirs up and running. They're all trying to get things out there because Top Shot was so, it launched and people didn't even know what to expect, and it's just the next level. WPT got it out there quick. So little problems though. They got it out quick, but the system's overloaded.
Yeah. So the way it worked was this past Sunday at midnight was when the first official drop was supposed to take place.
Which would be what? Was that the first?
The second.
The second.
Yeah.
So you're probably listening to this, but it's May 2nd when they were supposed to do the original drop.
Yeah.
Me and Keen were in on it. We're like, bro, we are going to get one of these packs.
So how it works is they have it broken down into 3 separate tiers. So one is legendary moments. So there's 100 different packs of those moments. Then they have a second tier, which is rare moments. There's 250 of those. And then common moments, and they're saying there's 1,400 plus. So obviously the legendary moments are the one you kind of want to go after. Costs $350 to even reserve your spot for it if you do get selected. What's good about it is it's all random. So like it's not based on first come, first serve order. I don't know how they're going to select who gets them, but
I guess a randomizer or something they're just going to have, and if your name's pulled, then you're good to go.
So looking at, they're actually having a silent auction too, which is an NFT of Mike Sexton's winning moment from the WPT Montreal. This was an event that took place in 2016. If you also are living under a rock, Mike Sexton, he passed away recently. So I think that one's probably going to fetch a pretty penny in a silent auction. I think that the whole idea of it is at some point to be able to kind of use the WPT Theta drop marketplace to buy and sell these things. And I mean, I don't know what their cut's going to be. I don't know what kind of percentage that they're going to be taking off the top for those types of things. It's not open yet.
Yeah. So here's the good and the bad, right? Because we've kind of gone back and forth about this, right? The good and the bad. And I lived through the early 90s card, downfall. I have a bunch of family members that made a ton of money and still have a lot of money invested in cards, and they have like Michael Jordan rookies. Like they were huge into it. So I was seeing this as a little kid and like second nature, but I also saw the collapse of it as well. I think the same thing is going to happen with the NFT market as well, because here's the problem, right? Same thing happened with the cards. They can create as much as they want. So now, granted, yes, there's the legendary ones. There's the exclusive ones. That's great. But at what point does the market get oversaturated? So me and Brian have been talking about like this. If you can get in on these initial opportunities, get in, make your flips if you're going to sell it, get in, try to hopefully get lucky and get one of these things and get out. Because I have a feeling like in a couple of years, it's just going to be so oversaturated. The other question is, I don't know if you actually do you own the rights to the pictures once you get them.
No, so I think from what I understand, there's a certain number of moments that they're dropping with this first initial drop in the legendary pack. So I think there might be like 8 moments. So what I'm thinking is, if they're giving out 100, it's going to be randomized. So you might get like 2 of 15 or 1 of 15. So I think that they're going to have a certain number of each moment that people could actually like potentially get in their drop. But I don't think that they're going to recreate them later. So like, let's say, I don't know, an example is like, I don't know, Darren Eliason, whatever, Darren Eliason, he wins an event and that's the moment that you get. There might be 10 of that moment.
Okay.
So that means only 10 people in that first initial drop will have ownership of that.
Yeah.
I don't think they're making it unique in the sense that only one person would get one of those moments. It's not specified, but I guess it's kind of like a wait and see. I mean,
see, that's the problem. You don't know, like, at some point you don't want to hope the company gets greedy, but that's what a lot of the sports cards did in the early 90s. They got greedy and they started printing like tons and tons and tons and then recreating another image but very similar, and then and so that's where the market could get destroyed. But right now, getting in early on this is where it's at. Like all these opportunities, just getting in early, getting out early. Make your money, get out.
Yeah. So I mean, I admit that I made the mistake by just registering for the legendary, because I thought that probably would be where where the most like value would be. But now thinking back, I should have like registered for all 3, because I didn't realize how few of these packs that they were going to like release. So right now that's all we're registered for. The good news is the drop was rescheduled to my birthday. So I'm hoping like, birthday present, luck, karma, I don't know. So we'll know this Thursday. May 13th is when the drop is scheduled. We'll see if we get lucky. And kind of crossing over, I would be not surprised to see maybe the WWE get involved on this and NFT some legendary moments in like WrestleMania history, Royal Rumble history, like
a lot of that's coming.
I mean,
it's easy. Listen, it's an easy money grab for these companies. It's literally easy. And then here's the other thing you get out of it: the secondary nature, where they might not get the money on it, but some Hulk Hogan moment comes out, right, or something like that comes out, and it's sold for whatever, and the initial gets it. Then that person resells it for like $50,000, and guess what? That's going to make news everywhere. So it's going to be Twitter, Facebook. It's going to be shared on blogs, and guess what? The WWE gets free advertising out of this, stuff happening. Even though they might not get money from that sale, they're getting the initial money, and they're getting free advertising on this stuff. So
and a lot, like I said, I've been reading a lot into like the actual transactions of the sales of these things. And what happens is like, let's say we own an original moment and we're selling it. We can put a clause into the sale to say that we get a residual of future sales.
I heard that.
So like every time that gets sold, we would get a cut. So I mean,
crazy.
Getting one of these like very unique NFTs, if possible, in a drop. I mean, you're not going to pay, we're not going to be dropping 15 grand for one of these moments.
Yeah.
But if we can get one for that, small price of 350 and then flip it for
5-10 grand.
Yeah. And then put a clause in there. It's like every time this gets sold, we get a percentage of that sales price, because again, who knows where that moment will be 10 years from now.
And the other thing too is like with anything, like you want to be in that first generation, because guess what? It gets oversaturated by season 4 or 5. But then 10, 20 years from now, it recycles, and people that want to start collecting again, what are they going to go back to? They're going to go back to season 1. They're going to go back to the original drops. And so that's where, getting in. So anyway, if you're hearing this, NFTs, you can go to the World Poker Tour. You can check it out. We post an article over on uspoker.com, a site that I write for, about it. So if you want to read a little bit more, I'm sorry, it was on pokerscout.com.
PokerScout, yeah.
PokerScout, which is also a partner with that. You can read a little bit more, but I would say, listen, if you're serious and you're listening to this and you're like kind of like, should I do it? Should I not? If you can get in on this first year, I'm telling you, and you get like a pack, it's probably going to be worth it. I wouldn't wait 2 or 3 years to be like, I'm going to see how these first years go and then get in. Get in now. Like literally get in. And we're not making any money from this. We're not getting paid. We're not promotionalized for this. We're literally trying to make money ourselves. So we think the flip's, going to be worth it in our opinions. But feel free, if you do get one, let us know. Let us know in the comments and share with us, and we'll discuss in the future. Maybe we'll bring you on. We'll talk about it, or we can at least mention if you find one and get there.